My name's Brandon Mccaghren, that's Matt Skaff, and this is an ADCC 2019 recap, results, etc. show. So here's the situation. We're leading off with the spoiler alert. Big news first. Gordon Ryan takes double gold. Take it, Skaff.
Yeah, so Gordon Ryan wins his weight under 99 and also wins the absolute today. Main weapon of choice was the rear naked choke. Gordon's wrestling and back takes looked amazing. I would say the highlight was his match with Lucas Barboza. Really close match. Hulk almost got him taken down a couple of times, but Gordon did a slick crucifix entry, used that, turned it into the truck, and ended up with the back to win 3-0.
All right. In the Superfight, man, this was a really good one. I really enjoyed this match. A lot of people I saw had some complaints about it, but I thought Galvao looked great in his victory over Pena. So Galvao beats Pena 2-0, and they both agree to a match in 2021. So they're going to get it going again at ADCC, I think.
Yeah, crazy. I thought Galvao was saying this was going to be his last super fight, but I just think that challenge is too much for him to resist. He can't turn that down. He wants that match with Gordon Ryan in 2021.
So, yeah, Gordon Ryan agrees to the match, or sorry, Galvao agrees to the match with Gordon Ryan for the 2021 ADCC. I love it, man. I thought that was it for him. I didn't think we were going to be seeing him anymore. I thought he was going to decide to ride off into the sunset. So I'm really excited to see that. All right, so let's go to the 99, the over 99 bracket. So the big news there is Duarte wins. Go ahead, Skaff. Talk about his performance.
Duarte looked amazing. Also, Buchecha, he got 2 bronze medals, I believe. So Buchecha not getting a gold medal. Duarte comes through. It's been the year. It's his rookie black belt year, and he's had one of the most memorable runs in for the first year of black belt that probably we've ever seen. So looked great all tournament.
Just a great year all the way around.
Yep.
Yeah. The big, I guess, Cinderella story of the whole weekend was out of this bracket right here, Nick Rodriguez out of the Danaher Death Squad. So just a blue belt with not a really thick wrestling background, not that much experience, and he comes in and he makes a statement for the team no gi in this thing. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue against with what he did, man. He looked great out there. He pushed the pace. He looks just like a physical specimen, but his technique was on point all weekend, and he brought the heat. All of his matches were very, very entertaining, and it really took some slick work from Duarte in the final. He ended up taking Nicky Rod's back, and Nicky Rod, with about 30 seconds left, was really pressuring, looking for that pass, just couldn't secure it, and he ended up losing 3-0 in the finals.
All right, the under 99 we already talked about. That's Gordon's weight class. So he beats Gazzola, who's kind of like a surprise in the final there. And I don't think really a lot of people were expecting to see Gazzola there, but he goes through Paul Ardilla, through Jackson Sosa, and then he beats Vinny 2-0 in a controversial semifinal. Any thoughts on that last point there?
I think that was one of the big stories all weekend was the ADCC rules. A lot of people seem to be confused, and honestly, it seems like from match to match, the scoring was different. So, yeah, that was definitely a story all weekend, one of the big talking points.
All right, let's go to the under 88 now. So, first place bout. The match came down to Craig Jones, who had stormed his way through the bracket, like all subs all the way through, versus Denise, who came in on all decisions, or all scores. He won 5-0 in the first round against Mourinho. Denise wins referee's decision against Gabriel Argis in round 2, and then 3-0 against Josh Hinger in the semifinal. Hinger looked great, by the way, also. Yeah. But Mateus Denise versus Craig Jones in the final, talk about it.
Of all the matches, all the final matches, this is the one. If you didn't see ADCC, you didn't miss too much in this one. 30-minute match, pretty boring. And Denise wins. He wins 2-0, but he ended up getting 2 penalties as well. So pretty boring match.
Yeah, I see you wrote down right here, Denise wins the bracket, Craig wins the hearts.
Yeah,
that's true.
Craig is the people's champ.
There may be contention for people's champ, though. Hold, please. Let's go into the 77. All right, so back-to-back, JT Torres beats Vogner Rocha in the finals. Let's hear it.
Man, JT, I think a lot of people picked him to return. He was the returning champ. He has the best wrestling in the division. He ended up taking Wagner's back and winning 3-0. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, Gary Tonin looked so awesome in this bracket. I thought Gary Tonin was the most exciting guy in any bracket, any division. Just looked outstanding. He had a great match with JT Torres. He ends up losing 2-0 in regulation, but man,
his match with Renato Canuto, if you missed it, really
that was my favorite
match.
That was my favorite match of the entire weekend, was Gary Tonin versus Renato Canuto, round 2 of the under 77. So congratulations to Torres, JT Torres. Let's move on to the 66. Of note, this will be important later, is where is Lachlan Giles? Where's he at?
Oh, he was in the 77.
He was in the 77. Well, let's go back to that one then real quick. Giles lost 3-0 in the opening round in his bracket. Remember that. Back to the 66. All right, so our champ in the 66, Mendes, he beats Cobrinha Jr. in the final. Go ahead.
And honestly, I think this was the theme of the whole tournament: wrestling to back takes. Another match that lots of wrestling. Tanquinho ends up getting the back and winning 3-0. Again, very common in this tournament. So if you're looking for the big takeaway technique-wise, it's wrestling and back takes. Wrestling, back takes. That was definitely the dominant technique this tournament.
Let's move on to the ladies' brackets now. The over 60, Gabby Garcia just absolutely dominates everybody that she goes with here.
Yeah.
She ends up winning by submission in the final. Nasty kind of Kimura there against Santi. So Gabby Garcia, congrats. She's the most dominant woman in the world.
Four ADCC gold medals. So yeah,
congrats to Gabby Garcia. Let's move on to the other. This was one of the most exciting brackets, honestly. The ladies under 60 was one of the best brackets in the entire tournament, it turned out. So Bia Mesquita had to have been everybody's favorite, definitely my favorite coming into the tournament. Bia Mesquita, she takes out Jenna Bishop quick in round 1. And then Fionn Davies goes up 12-0. She upsets Rikako Yuasa, one of the best women in the world.
And if you're looking for a passing, like something to watch from this tournament, go study Fionn's passing in that first match. Absolutely gorgeous underhook passing. Beautiful.
Bianca Basilio beats Livia Giles, Lachlan's wife, pretty quickly there in the first round. And then Elvira, the 10th Planet product from Finland, 2-0 in her match in the first round. So the semifinals for the ladies was Bia Mesquita, the dominant #1 female in the world, versus Fionn Davis. Tell us what happened.
Man, just Fionn Davies was on fire. Ends up getting a guard pass. Bia tries to get to Turtle to stop the points, and man, Fionn puts in a slick rear triangle and ends up finishing an Udigarami style arm lock off the rear triangle. Definitely the most vicious submission of the tournament, and I would say Bia is going to be hurt for the next couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, it's a gruesome injury. It's a gruesome injury. If you get to see the highlight, just be warned, you're walking in, like the arm is going completely backwards. It's vicious.
I would say it got broken 2 or 3 times. There was definitely quite a few pops.
So in the other semifinal for these ladies, Basilio versus Elvira. Basilio advances 2-0 after the overtime. So Basilio versus Fionn Davies in the finals. And Basilio actually gets the sub from the 50-50 with the toe hold. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Fionn was looking for that heel hook. She was reaching for it, and her foot got left behind, and that toe hold also caused some damage. I think Fionn's going to be limping for a couple of weeks.
So we already covered the absolute. Gordon Ryan was the king. Tell us, he faced Buchecha in the final. You want to talk about that match at all?
Yeah, well, just another really weird call. They called Buchecha, they gave him a negative for stalling or not engaging, and I just didn't think it was very fair. And I think it was another one of those matches where just the rules were kind of, I don't want to say hit or miss, but it seemed like from match to match, different calls were being made. So, but it was a very entertaining match. And the people wanted to see Buchecha versus Gordon Ryan, and that's what we got.
So let's go to the opening of the absolute. This is the big bracket that everybody cares about. It's the absolute. So Buchecha versus Keith Krekorian. He subs him 4-15. Tex Johnson versus Thor, and Thor made a great name for himself in his bracket, man.
Definitely.
He subbed Rustam with an inside heel hook, and then he beats Murillo Santana, one of the most dominant people in that weight class. So
yeah, very exciting match too.
And Tex Johnson comes out and he takes Thor out in only 27 seconds with a straight ankle lock. So pretty impressive there. Ali advances against John Hansen. Spriggs advances against Jared Dopp. Gordon Ryan smashes through Pedro Marinho. And then this was a really fast one too. Gary Tonin with the tap on Najmi, the heel hook.
Inside heel hook.
18 seconds. All right, here we go. Mike Perez and Gaudio had a great match.
Oh, an absolute war. Both those guys. Yeah, Gaudio is just him and, man, I could watch him and Perez go. They are amazing.
And then Duarte versus Lachlan Giles. All right, listen. Lachlan won the People's Champion Award this weekend. He got 3 subs in the absolute division. He heel hooked 3 giant monsters out of the over 90. Were all of them out of the over 99? Everybody that he got?
Yeah, and they all were world champions too.
So he heel hooks Duarte. Next round, he heel hooks Patrick Gaudio. And then he loses to Gordon Ryan. Ryan takes his back, chokes him across the face. But then in the third place match, it was
Muhammad Ali.
And he heel hooks him too.
Yeah, pretty quick too. So I guess 2 world champs, Muhammad Ali and Kaynan Duarte.
And then Gaudio, who's a silver medalist, to Gordon and Nogi, right? Oh,
Yep.
no, that was the third place. Anyway, sorry, I messed that up. All right, so here's the big takeaways. Who's the MVP of the tournament?
I mean, Gordon Ryan, double gold. You can't argue. I mean,
Easy. Does Gordon have an argument as the greatest no-gi grappler of all time right now, today?
Definitely.
He's got an argument.
He does.
You have to say it. So, congrats to Gordon Ryan.